Imagine, if you will, for the moment, that you are standing inside a structure that you might typically refer to as a warehouse. It's large and mostly empty. There's nothing in it except one thing, a box. Now, you can allow this box to look like whatever you wish. You can allow the warehouse to look like whatever you wish. But it should be a large, empty space. There can be light coming in or not, it doesn't matter. There can be support beams and posts in it or not, it doesn't matter. But the box is the only thing in it besides you. Now, we would suggest, but again, it's up to you, that the box be made out of something clear that you can see inside it. Glass, plastic, whatever you wish. It can have a frame around it, but it might be easier for you to follow along if you can actually allow the box to be transparent in some way, shape, or form. So, here you are in this warehouse with this empty box, this transparent box. Doesn't have to be too big, doesn't have to be too small. Something you could probably carry if you had to. Maybe a couple of feet on a side. But again, up to you. Now, as you stand in this warehouse, just stand there and start to think your normal thoughts. You think about this, you think about your day, you think about your life, you think about the people in it, you think about certain circumstances and situations in your life. You think about a trip you're going to take. Anything you wish to think about that is typical for you to think of. Your work, your play, your friends, your family. Anything at all that you have thoughts about, no matter whether they are positive or negative. Just take a moment and review those thoughts. Now, as you go through those thoughts, one at a time, allow yourself to imagine that you take a thought out of your head and put it in the box. Now, once the thought is in the box, it can look like anything. It can look like a light moving around. It can look like smoke. Whatever you wish it to look like. It can look like a ball. It can look like a cube. Whatever you want to represent that thought by. It can be different colors, different shades. Just see it in the box. Then take the next thought you were thinking of and put that in the box. And the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Get to a point, whether or not you have a specific idea of your thoughts, get to the point where you simply understand and imagine that all of your thoughts are inside the box and you can see them through the clear sides of the box. Maybe they're in there moving around. White smoke, dark smoke for positive, negative, different colors of cubes or balls. Whatever it is, lights moving around. See that all of your thoughts have been put inside the box and you can observe them. So now, at this moment, you're not having any other thoughts. You are just observing your thoughts in the box. That's all you're doing is just looking at the box. And you're seeing that all your thoughts are over there in the box. That's it. There's no other thoughts going on. You're just looking. You're just observing. You're not thinking about the box. You're not thinking about the thoughts in the box. You are just watching it, observing it, neutrally, objectively. You may understand, you may know from a certain point of view that they are your thoughts, but keep it on the level of just observing them in the box. At this point, you are in a state of observance. Just observance. The warehouse is big and empty. There's the box. The thoughts are inside it, sitting still or moving around. And there's just you looking at the box. That's it. Now, as you are observing the box full of thoughts, again, no thoughts involved within you, you start to move away from the box. Farther and farther. You can back away. You can walk away and look over your shoulder. Doesn't matter. As long as you know the thoughts are still in the box and you're not thinking about the warehouse. You're not thinking about where you're going. You are just moving away from the box, just observing the inside of the warehouse, observing the box. And then you go to the warehouse door. You open the warehouse door and you step outside the warehouse. It can be a small door, it can be a big door, doesn't matter. As long as when you step outside, you can still see the box inside the warehouse. Just back away, keep the door open. You're now outside in a much bigger space. You're now seeing the warehouse from the outside, but also seeing the box inside it and seeing the thoughts in the box. As you stand now outside of the warehouse, be it day, be it night, be it warm, be it cold, be it dry, be it raining, doesn't matter. You are still just observing. You're not thinking about the day. You're not thinking about the warehouse. You're not thinking about the box and the thoughts in it. You are just observing the day, observing the warehouse, and observing that there is a box inside with your thoughts in it. You're just looking. You're just watching. That's all you're doing. You have no thought about it, no feeling about it. It's just there. It's just what it is. You know those are your thoughts. You know that's a box. You know that's a warehouse. You know you're outside. But that's all. You're just looking. You're just observing. And now you just stand there for a moment. Just continue to observe. Nothing more. And allow yourself now, without thinking about it, just to feel the state of neutral observation that you're in. At this point, you are literally in an altered state when you get used to doing this. That is representative of being halfway in your consciousness between the physical and the higher mind. The physical mind is back in that box. The higher mind is somewhere up there in the sky. But you are just observing that you're standing where you're standing. You just know you're halfway. You don't have to think about the higher mind. You don't have to think about the physical mind. You're just looking at everything that you can see. Just looking, just observing. No thought about it, no feeling about it. It just is. It just is. It just is. And that's all that it is. As you practice this and get more used to this particular altered state of observation, neutral observation, halfway between your physical and higher mind, you can begin to experience knowing yourself more clearly, becoming a more transparent conduit for communication from the higher mind to pass through you to the physical mind, to the thoughts in the box. But you are just observing it. You're just watching the process of communication in energy coming from the higher mind, from the sky, from the world around you, and passing through you into the warehouse, into the box, to the physical mind. You're just watching this. You have become literally nothing more than a conduit for that information, for that communication, for that connection. You're just observing it happen. There is nothing to think about. You're just watching it happen. This will allow you to function more in the channeling state on a daily basis as you follow your passion to the best you can with no insistence on the outcome and remain in a positive state. Going into this particular altered state at the halfway point by thinking outside the box and not thinking at all, but observing, watching, just knowing, just seeing. You can then allow yourself at your own pace when you're comfortable to say thank you to the day, to go back into the warehouse, to say thank you to the warehouse, to that space that allows you this sense of removal and yet still be attached in the way that you need to. You can say thank you to the box that is holding your thoughts